What's up guys, I'm back again. Yes, we have another leak video. So the lovely friendly leaker we have has been doing some more leaking, you know, just sort of got this morning. Carried on leaking, sort of did a few, and I think he had to go to work, so he had some for a while, and there's another break now. There might be some more overnight, so I will be covering those tomorrow because I need to go to sleep early tonight, but these are the ones we got so far, so let's just jump straight into this. The first one he started off today was by showing May on a bike inside Morville City, so you can ride your bike inside Morville City, guys, so that's no worries. It's not you're going to have to run around on foot the whole time because it's a pretty big city, so you can use your bike there, so that's a relief to hear. You know, you can ride it, I'm guessing upstairs as well, because why not? So that's pretty good news. Then we have another screenshot here, and it shows him picking up a Mawalite, or a Mawalita in Spanish. So a Mawalite, so you can find the Mawa's Megastone. So that's Alakazam's and Mawa's, both found and honed so far. I think this is maybe near, yes, this is right by Verdant Turf Town, I think. Verdant Turf Town, the house is on the left-hand side there, so just on the route. Just come out and then go down to that little spot, and that's where your Mawalite is. Then we have another screenshot here, and shows the person obtaining the Agronite from basically the guy in the tunnel. You guys remember the story from Rust Turf Tunnel, where there's a guy, he's a black belt, he lives in Rustboro City, but he's dating a girl from Verdant Turf Town. And then the rock fall happens or something like that, and it cuts off Rust Turf Tunnel, and so they can't see each other. So he spends all day in the tunnel breaking away at the rocks to try and get through. And then in the original games, when you went and broke the rocks there, he would give you HMO4 strength. As we look at the video, we get that through a different method this time, but obviously once you've taken out the rocks for him, I'm assuming, he gives you the Agronite, just because that's exactly how it seems, because you just seem to have just taken out the rock and you're talking to him and whatnot. So maybe that, or maybe it's just another sort of item. I don't think so though, because even once you obtain the Mawalites here on the second screenshot, you can see the sparkles are still there, whereas obviously in the other one there are no sparkles anymore. So I think you get given it to him by one of the black belts. That's what I'm thinking, at least, guys. I'm not sure, but that's my suspicions. So then if we go on to the second set, or the next set of screenshots, we have one here of the person just coming out the Rustboro side of Rust Turf Tunnel and getting a Pokeball. Now, this is either going to be a timer ball or a quick ball, I think, with the two balls, or you get given a ball in the original game. It's a Acopio ball. I'm just going to quickly translate that. It's Spanish to English, the gathering ball, apparently. Did I type that right? Acopio. Yeah, I typed it right. I'm not sure. Acopia is gather, so I'm not really sure what that is. Pokeballs in Japanese. Pokeballs, not Japanese. Spanish. So obviously he's still there. He's going to still need a Pokeball. Hopefully we'll find out exactly what it is. Pokeballs just kind of page for Ballpedia. Maybe they'll tell us. Please tell us. Monster Ball, Master Ball, Hyper Ball, Safari Ball. Maybe there's one here called the Gather Ball, which would make sense. Introduced in Generation 3, so there's one of these. I think it might be the Repeat Ball, because Gather, that makes sense, you know, gathering out Pokemon using the Repeat Ball. That's a big possibility in my eyes, but we can't tell because there are no other languages here. It just lists the English and the Japanese name, which is unfortunate, but oh well. We shall have to deal with it. I'm guessing it's a Repeat Ball there. That'd be my prediction, guys. That would be my prediction. Anyway, then the next screenshot we have shows you talking to her name is Ariana in the Spanish versions, but I think it's different in Licia. I think it's Licia, I'm not sure. I still don't know. And she gives you a Vestido de Gala. Is it a Vestido de Gala? Did I read that right? Vestido de Gala, and that translates as gown. So basically she's giving you your contest outfit. I'm assuming this is in Verdant Turf contest tool, because of the fact that we've already been to Slateport and stuff like that. So I'm assuming it's in Verdant Turf contest tool, where she gives you this, and maybe you can't participate in contest battles until this point, or maybe you get it just the first time you go in, and then obviously the person didn't actually go into a contest in the Slateport one. I'm not sure though. I'm not sure. Anyway, then the next screenshot we have shows the character trying to go into the desert without the go-goals, and it says here, the torment of the area, torment of the sandstorm is too bad, you can't advance, pretty much. No se puede avanzar. You cannot advance, pretty much. That's exactly what translated that says. So that's cool. We knew that would happen. Then you obviously go to the west, up towards the lift to go up to the top of Mount Shimley, and you meet up with your rival here. So there are more interactions with your rival in these games than there were in the original games, because not just in terms of battles, because we know, if you've watched my trainer battle roster videos, there's another battle with them after Lily Cove. but obviously in terms of meeting them as well, because you never used to meet them at this point, so that's pretty cool. And they're saying something here. It's like the mountain, I think it is Loveo is como brutal. I don't know. Let me put Veo into the translator. Veo, I see. Okay. Loveo y es como. Loveo y es como. We have I see and it's like. Is what it translates as. It's like como brutal. It's brutal, something like that. I don't really know, guys. Something about the mountain being brutal, pretty much. Then the last screenshot we have here shows you after you've spoken to him here, he gives you HM4 strength. So that's what you get instead. So this little interaction here has been given, so I guess to make sure you get strength during the storyline, because otherwise the only way to get strength from the original games was to actually go through the Rust Turf Tunnel, and that wasn't required. You didn't have to go through the Rust Turf Tunnel and use Rock Smash there, so you may never have done that, and you might have got confused, I guess. So that might be one wrong reason there. But obviously we got that there, it's pretty cool. You get it in the storyline now, it's sort of a thing you have to do, I guess. Then, on the next set we have... First one here shows the player has gone up towards the ski lift and they can't get through because Team Aqua is blocking off. Team Aqua or Team Magma, depending on the version, is blocking it off and preventing them from going into the ski lift at this point, because obviously you have to go Fire Path and then go up to Meteor Falls before you can get up to Mount Chimney. So that's there as usual. The hiker's there as well. I'm pretty sure the hiker's usually there saying something about the ski lift as well. So that's the usual there. Then you go up through Fiery Path and you go out to the route there and you meet up with... what's his name? I can never... Arune. That's his name. Arune. And here you can see he gives you the TM94 secret power. So that's where you get it. Just after you come out of Fiery Path, there's a tree just up that route there. And that's where he's going to give you secret power. So that's where you can start accessing these secret bases. Or does it say, yeah, secret power, not hidden power, rather. Did I say hidden power? I meant secret. If I did, I meant secret power. But I think I said secret power. Anyway. The next screenshot we have here is of the north route up near the ash. This is the ash route where you can collect ash. So there's a point on this route. That's the usual there, nothing too special. And then here's the house on this route. You can see it's a house here with some urns, and on the left hand side he's got his glass blowing pipes and stuff, and he's obtaining a Sacco Hollin, which is basically an ash sack, I'm pretty sure. Hollin must translate as ash, I'm guessing. Hollin, just translating as that. Let's translate from Spanish, please. Hollin is soot, yeah, so a soot sack to sort of, you know, gather up your soot. Gather up the soot, gather up the ash, and obviously you can get stuff from him again. Who knows what we're going to be able to get from him, because some of the stuff that he used to do is sort of a bit outdated, but I guess we'll see once we get into the actual game and, you know, find out some more stuff about that. Then we have some more screenshots here. The first one is of just the area just before you reach arrive in Falibor City. This area, when I first saw the screenshot, really threw me off, because, like, are these berry fields? Like, I swear we had, like, berries in the actual game sort of thing, rather than just berry fields like in X and Y, but these aren't berry fields. They're just sort of the area. It looks a bit weird, but that's what it is there. Then we have a shot quickly here of a Spinder Horde, obviously on the previous route there. So they're level 9s at this point. A Spinder Horde, nothing too amazing there. That's that. And then the final one here we have a shot of the person talking to someone, a Pokemaniac, in a house. I'm guessing this is a house in Falibor City. He's talking about... What does he talk about? He talks about Si quieres que la haga recordar un movimiento al un Pokémon, tráeme una escama corazón. Escama, I know what this is. Corazon. Flake Corazon, and if I say Flake Heart Scale. So this is the guy that relearns Pokemon's moves if you give him a heart scale. So he's located in Falibor Town, which is pretty cool. Which is the original location from him as well. So nothing too different there. Then we start looking at the next set. We head down to Meteor Falls. The first one shows May on the bike. Obviously, here's the entrance right at the bottom, right at that screenshot. May's just come from on her bike. You can see Brandon to the left, because that's where the Team Aqua and everything goes down. Which, obviously, if we go to the next screenshot, we can see there is Team Aqua admin, is it Shelly? Yeah, I think it's Shelly, with some grunts, and the scientist behind, Scientist Cosmo, I think his name is, over there. And they're saying about just doing whatever with the meteorite and whatnot. Then you have a duel battle. Obviously, you and you're in a rival, I think, versus Aqua Admin Shelly and one of her grunts. I'm not sure if it's like that or not, whether it's just two grunts. I think you would do battle against her. That makes sense, though. I'm not sure, though. But that's that. At least you have a duel battle with your rival, rather, not against your rival, with them. Then there are two more screenshots from Meteor Falls here. One shows Team Magma turning up, which obviously in Alpha Sapphire they are the protagonists, or helpful protagonists, I guess, not actual protagonists, aids. You can see them turning up to stop Team Aqua's plans, and then Team Aqua obviously runs off, and then Maxi talks to you for a second, talking about I'm Maxi, head, the chief, el jefe of Team Magma, an organisation whose objective is to procure the something about living and humanity and stuff like that. Then we have two little screenshots here, they're sort of on their own. The first one shows you and your rival in Morville City. I'm not sure when this occurs in the game, whether it's after the events at Mount Chimney, before when you first arrive in Morville, or something like that. But he says, bueno, ya estamos en Malvalona. I think Malvalona is Morville, so, bueno. See what it says, bueno is good. Obviously, I could have told you that myself. Ya estamos en Malvalona. Ya estamos, so we're in, I guess, we're in Malvalona. Good job, dude, good job. So they're looking at the Prism Tower here, pretty much, whatever that's going to be about, I don't really know. But I don't know when this occurs in the game, at what points. I'm guessing when you first arrive in Morville, that'd be the most sort of logical, but I really don't know. You can't really tell, guys. Then the next screenshot here just shows quickly the person transferring their Glalie over from the demo to the main game. I'm not sure if there's a limit on what point in the game you can do this or not. I don't know if he's said if it's been unlocked by beating a certain point in the game, but that is that there. Then we're on to the last few screenshots now. We have some here, or one here, of, we've seen it before in the trailer video uploaded last night, guys. If you haven't checked that out, you should do already, because there are some loads of new areas, even some that aren't covered in here, shown in that little trailer, and I've picked out from there. But you can see just the ski lift going up to the top of Mount Chimney. And then this screenshot here, I think, is leading down from Mount Chimney towards, I think, Jagged Pass. So possibly this is the bottom of Jagged Pass, or it's the top of Jagged Pass. I think it's the bottom. It would make a lot more sense with Laveridge Town just off to the left there. I don't really know, guys. I can see a path turning to the left, right at the bottom left of that screenshot. So I think it might be that sort of area there. Then we have some screenshots of the player inside Laveridge Town. One of them in the spa. There are two sections of the spa apparently. I don't know if there's a difference between the two of them, but there are. And then another one receiving an egg from the old lady. We can assume this is a Wynor egg because that's what it was in the original games. So, I'm not going to argue with that there. And there's a final screenshot here. The final one we have so far is of May in the gym. This is the Laveridge gym, so that is very similar to the original one in terms of what the puzzle is, I guess, but very different in terms of layout. Basically, you go to these trapdoors, you can jump down the trapdoor, and you come out in a different trapdoor. Sometimes there will be enemies hidden in the trapdoor, trainers and whatnot, so when you step by them, they're going to pop out and battle you and whatnot. So that's pretty cool. That is that, guys. And that's pretty much where we end this video off, because that's all the leaking screenshots we've had so far. There aren't any new ones quite yet, to my knowledge at least. To my knowledge, I'll quickly check now. He hasn't tweeted for 2 hours, so nothing quite yet. As I said, he'll probably leak a load more overnight, so I'll try and cover those as soon as I can tomorrow when I get back from university. So keep tuned for that, guys. Stay tuned to the channel and everything like that, and I'll cover the rest of the leaks before the games come out as well. And obviously, as you guys know, I'll be covering the games when they come out too. So all these secret mega stones, I might make some guides. I'm not sure, guys, but I might work on that. I don't know. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know down below what you think of these leaks and anything else we've heard about. Getting the Agronite, getting the Mawile, etc. Do you think we're going to be able to obtain all the Kalos mega stones in this game or not? Or let me know down below what you think. I guess I'll be seeing you next time. Thank you for watching. Goodbye, my friends.